I don't like talking about myself. Well, because I don't like share with everyone. And this is now in public view, so like everyone will know me. Feel exposed.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana and this is Brian.
Oh, I thought I was gonna say my name.
Oh, my name is Dana.
I'm Brian.
And today we are continuing my series on Enneagram friendships. So Brian, which Enneagram number are you?
2, the coolest one.
Oh, Brian's an Enneagram 2.
Just kidding, it's not cool. Typical characteristics of a 2. We're labeled as the helper, right? So then we definitely love having the opportunity to like love on others. But sometimes that could be a bad thing because we fall into wanting to please people or find our value and worth in the approval of others.
Very concise.
I did my homework. I was up till 2 in the morning.
Oh, that was
2 in the morning for 2s.
very 2 of you. Very 2 of you indeed. Yes, when I asked him to do this video, his response to my text message was, yeah, of course, I'm down for anything. And I was like, well, that's an extremely 2 response.
Oh, yeah, and we're doing it during my lunch, yeah.
Would you say that the 2 characteristics are pretty accurate for you?
Yes, I think in like both the positive and the negative ways. Yeah, because I could definitely see myself like overthinking as to what a person might think of me as a result of something I said, something I did. But at the same time, I really do enjoy being around people and having the opportunity to serve others and love others. It's pretty accurate. It's a little scary how accurate it is. So if you read anything about the Enneagram 2, that's literally me, and you'll know too much about me now.
I was gonna say another attribute of the 2 is that they don't often like sharing their own feelings or their own vulnerabilities. So I feel like that's evident in how uncomfortable he is.
This is true. We've known each other for about 3 years now. We met at church. I was a newcomer at church. You were one of the first few people that talked to me. And then we've been friends since. Well, I wouldn't say since then, but I think you guys invited me to hang out to things, and then eventually that blossomed a friendship. I don't know, I can't really pinpoint the exact moment where we became friends.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, thinking about the characteristics of a 2, right? And then the characteristics of a 1, which you're aware of and we've already talked about on the channel a little bit. How compatible on a scale of 1 to 10 would you say 1s and 2s are as friends?
Well, I think our friendship has worked out pretty well, so I would say pretty compatible. Because we're like the people person, and you're like the let's get business done person. So it's like we like balance each other.
I'm going to read some of the positive attributes of the 1 and 2 friendship, and we are going to talk a little bit about if we agree with those things. Okay. So Enneagram 1s and 2s are a complementary pair since both offer the other the examples of their own qualities. 2s bring the nurturing and feelings that 1s do not easily allow themselves. They help 1s soften and relax. On the other hand, 1s bring integrity, conscientiousness, responsibility, and consistency. They're steady, reliable, and truthful. 1s commit strongly to the friendship, which makes the 2 feel secure and that they will not be abandoned. Furthermore, 2s bring warmth, a concern with people, and a willingness to make exceptions to the rule for individuals in need. 2s are more welcoming than 1s and can warm up the 1's more typically reserved exterior, which most 1s are glad to have happen.
Okay, well, that was a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, I'm trying to think like the last point where it's like, oh, you know, like we tend to be more warm than 1s. I would kind of agree.
That's
because people find you intimidating for some reason.
It's true.
And I don't think I'm intimidating, or at least I don't think people have ever told me that I look intimidating. Yeah,
I don't think people think you're intimidating.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. But a lot of people think I'm very intimidating. I've gotten that a lot.
Yeah, and she's not.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. If you think I'm intimidating, let me know why. Reach out, comment down below. Please. Okay, so I think the part where it said 2s bring warmth and a concern for other people and a willingness to make exceptions to the rules was very true, because I think I am very step by step or process oriented with my thinking a lot of times, but then I think in our conversations you can kind of bring me out of that a little bit, if that makes sense. So I think that's helpful. And then I think
See, you're referencing notes, so I guess I can reference notes.
Yeah, you can
Just one
reference
moment,
it.
please. Pulling it in.
I would like to think that you feel like I am like a reliable or like steady friend and that you wouldn't like feel abandoned, but I don't know if that's true. I feel like you might sometimes feel that, but I feel like that's your two-ness.
I think that's my two-ness, but yes. I did not saying that is not true, but there are moments or seasons where that might not feel true.
Like when I don't respond to your text.
For 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days.
I'm sorry.
3 days. I was like, something's wrong with her.
Just because I didn't respond to you for 3 days didn't mean I didn't want to be friends anymore.
You didn't respond.
Yeah, I would say overall, a lot of it is just talking about how the two like chills the one out a little bit. I would say generally speaking, you're like a lot more go with the flow than me. Because I'm not go with the flow. As much as I like to like pretend I'm go with the flow, I'm not. I think people think I am, but I'm the opposite of that.
If you're going to a movie, you better tell it exactly what time you're leaving the house. Oh yeah, Google Calendar invite.
If you didn't send a Google Calendar invite, will I show up?
You still would.
I might. Moving along, we're going to look at some of the more negative attributes of a 1 and 2 friendship. He's getting more uncomfortable as we move forward.
For as concerned about the needs of others as 1s and 2s are, ironically, they tend not to be very aware of their own needs or able to express them easily. That's true. I don't express them easily.
That's very true.
I feel like
but I would say both of us don't.
Yeah, we both suck.
I would say we both really suck at expressing
like
our
pulling
needs.
teeth out of each other.
Yeah.
2s feel that they must take care of everyone else's needs before they are allowed to have needs themselves. Life is about what? Life is about serving others and making themselves useful so that others will need them and want them in their lives. Both 1s and 2s therefore find it difficult to talk about what they're actually feeling, what is actually going on in the friendship, and what they actually want. In this kind of friendship, there are often ulterior motives and unstated agendas. I don't think there's ulterior motives.
I don't think so. But I do think we both suck at talking about our own needs.
Oh, 100%.
But I don't think there's ulterior motives, yeah.
Yes. For both, getting what they want feels selfish and forbidden. I think that's true for me. Would you agree with that? Like when you have to express something about yourself that feels selfish.
Yeah, I think it depends on the circumstance.
Like what circumstance?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I always feel it's selfish. 1s can begin to feel disappointed by the 2's tendency to give so much of themselves to others and to be so unregulated regarding time and attention. Why did you laugh at that?
I laughed at that because for the last like 2 weeks, I've been telling him to get more sleep. Not that it makes me like upset or like disappointed in you, I wouldn't say, but I just feel like you should get more sleep. It makes me concerned for you.
Yeah, I'll get sleep on Saturday night. Maybe.
He literally keeps making plans because he can't say no to people.
That's not wrong, but yeah.
And he enjoys the plans, don't get me wrong. Like he enjoys the people and he enjoys the plans, but he just needs to sleep. So it makes me concerned. So I would say that this is accurate in a way.
At least my eye isn't twitching anymore.
His eyes were twitching because he hasn't slept.
On the other hand, 2s can see 1s as too impersonal and unconcerned with others, not sympathetic or charitable enough.
It's okay.
I wouldn't say such.
Why do you sound like you're lying?
Because I wouldn't say it to the masses.
It's okay.
No, I wouldn't say you are unconcerned with others or not sympathetic. I think sometimes when there is some sort of conflict or tension, you are very set on your perspective. So it's a little harder to get you to see the perspective of the other person.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
I'd say that's true.
1s can be uncomfortable with the 2's effusiveness and need for contact. Just say it, what?
I don't know that uncomfortable is the right word.
What word would you use then, Dana?
I don't know. But I think you do have more effusiveness than I do, generally.
Okay, that's fair.
Generally.
Yeah. Okay. 2s can be uncomfortable with the 1's sarcasm and irritability. I wouldn't say uncomfortable either.
I think this part's a little too real.
Tolerable is the word, I would say. Both can begin to become condemnatory and critical of the other as the friendship drifts apart. Oh geez, wait, why is this predicting our friendship is gonna drift apart?
Maybe
So much for the steadiness the one provides when this thing is telling me we're gonna drift. I don't think we are
Yeah.
as such. At least we don't.
Yes, they are. Plan B.
What do you mean? You think I'm condemnatory?
A lot of the positives were true, but I think a lot of the negatives were true too.
Like what?
Like the last one, I think you guys can be critical of each other. Not that you talk smack about each other behind your back, but just even in your like general interactions, I feel like you guys can be critical of each other because you think very differently. So then I feel like you don't necessarily see eye to eye and therefore can be critical of the other, but without saying it out loud. Does that make sense?
I could see that.
Am I being too mean?
No.
Just very, you know.
Okay, well, on that note,
Apparently we're critical of each other. I didn't know that about you, Dana Lynn. Maybe this is the part where that says we drift away.
did you read the part where I'm steady and committed to the friendship?
Did you read the part of drifting away at the end? That's the conclusion. That's how it
No,
ends.
it's just because the negative stuff comes second. So, as we can see, I think that our friendships are pretty in line with a typical 1 and 2 friendship. I think there were definitely some things we didn't agree with as much, but I feel like there was a lot in there that was pretty accurate for our friendship, I would say.
No, I agree, 100%.
Yeah. On that note, did you have anything else you wanted to add or any last comments?
Should I share my favorite memes?
Yes!
Type 2's trying to hint their needs without actually saying them. I thought this was funny too.
Really true though.
Hey, can you help me? And then type 2's. The entirety depends on none of the information you're about to give me because they never say no and always have to help because any opportunity to show love is an opportunity to feel love.
It's really true. Honestly, while we were setting up for this, we're setting up for this video and we needed chairs. And so I was gonna go inside and grab chairs. So I asked him if he could come with me so he could grab one of the chairs and he refused. And he had to grab both of the chairs, even though it was evidently more of a struggle for him to take both than if we both just took one of the chairs because he refused to ask for help. So these are just very accurate.
I thought this one was so funny. Type 2's after volunteering their help only to have it shut down. Oh look, I think this is pretty good about like our friendship. Type 2's, doctor, where does it hurt? Me, shows unanswered text.
All right, well, on that note, we're gonna end this video here. Thank you, Brian, for participating, even though you were greatly uncomfortable by this video.
I was. Tuning in! Tune in next week for Enneagram 1.
Little Sebastian's a 2.
Everyone loves Little Sebastian.
Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next week. Leave a comment down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.
Bye!
Wait, you should
Why? Move it.
Sorry.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is
And forbidden. Yeah, I know because I'm fidgeting. Cut it out. Hey. Oh, this whole video you're gonna have to recruit a different too, huh? I read your mind.
he thinks he reads my mind.
I know I read her mind. Like 97.9% accurate.
60% accurate. 75% accurate.
No, it's fine. It's
This is-
fine. It's all fine. It's so fine.